that's what we're doing right now. We're slowing it down to bring you some information from the traffic department here in St. Kitts in particular. We have some usual faces in the studio this morning, but I'm going to let Sergeant Henry do her introduction, and we take it from there. We'll hear from the officers first, and then we'll open the phone line to hear from you guys, and the number to call will be 662-8674. That's 662-8674. Good morning to everyone, and welcome to the studio.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Sergeant Henry, and this morning I have two senior constables from the traffic department with me. This morning we'll be talking about a fee waiver. And a waiver is something that is signed in order to reduce the fee amount, either partially or fully, of someone who typically endure a period of financial hardship, or they're not able to license the vehicle for some reason. And this morning we'll be talking about written notification for non-licensable vehicles. And I'll let the officers introduce themselves, and they will take up from where I left off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good morning. My name is Constable Bell from the Traffic Department.
Mm-hmm. My name is Constable Nisbet.
Okay, this morning, as the sergeant said, we'll be here speaking on the waiver fee for vehicle licensing, and also when persons who live abroad or who would have traveled for a period of time and hadn't renewed their driver's license. Okay? And this is a question that a lot of people ask, so we're just trying to bring some clarity for those who would not have known the proper procedures. Okay? The purpose of this policy is to establish the requirements and procedures for vehicle owners regarding the timely renewal of vehicle license, notification of unlicensed vehicle, eligibility for exemptions, and the responsibility of new owners in case of vehicles transfer. It's also for persons who may be either selling a vehicle or transferring ownership to probably a family member, whoever. There are certain procedures they have to be advised on, especially if the person had the vehicle down for a period of time and didn't license the vehicle. There's a fee that would be there to pay unless they had notified the traffic department.
So you just can't put on your vehicle like that?
No.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would have to pay the licensing fee for the years or the term that it was done, because we were not notified.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
The obligation to license a vehicle. All vehicle owners are required to ensure that their vehicles are licensed in accordance with the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act. The vehicle license must renew on or before the due date. Notification of unlicensed vehicles. If a vehicle remained unlicensed for more than 1 month behind the due date, the owner must submit a written notification, and we emphasize on must submit a written notification to the traffic department stating the reason why the vehicle is not being licensed. Failure to provide such notice will result in the owner being liable for the full license fee plus any applicable penalties. Okay? As we said, if your vehicle is down, probably waiting on a part or modification, whatever the vehicle is down waiting on, and it's not going to be on the road, you come to the traffic department and you notify the officers that, hey, this vehicle is down, it would not be used on the road, have no reason to license it for this period, and I'm notifying you guys. When that person is ready now to go back and license that vehicle, we would have that notification in our records to grant the exemption fee. If we don't have that notification, we cannot give you a waiver. And a lot of people wait until when they are going to license the vehicle and Inland Revenue give them their total, and they get surprised because they see the backed up fees that they didn't pay. They think, okay, they're just gonna license it for 2025, so they're just gonna pay for that fee. But they hadn't licensed it 2024, 2023, 2022. But those fees are still there. Okay?
I get you. So it's not automatic.
It's not
The
automatic.
system needs to know.
The system needs to know.
Okay. Anything from you?
Yes. The notification Constable Bell speak about is not just for vehicles that down. It's when you're traveling also. When you're traveling and no one will be using your vehicle, you have to indicate that you are traveling.
Why though?
Right.
Why though? It's my vehicle. I'm going to be out for 2 months, 3 weeks.
If you're going to be out after the period of licensing, where you have to go to Inland Revenue to re-license your vehicle,
Okay.
right? You have to notify us.
Okay.
Otherwise, when you come back, you will have to pay that fee also.
Okay. That's clear. Thank you. Yeah, that's clear. I get you.
Also, to add to what he's saying, if for some reason that person did not get to notify the traffic department, once they have valid documents to prove that they did travel and they were not an island, we would use our discretion
Okay.
on that.
All right.
Also.
And as to add to that, the vehicle must be in your parking, in your garage. It should not be on the government road, because remember, vehicles on the government road should pay tax. So if you park up your vehicle, as Constable Nisbet said, and you're gone overseas, you didn't get to license it when the due date come, it must be in your garage or on a private property, not on the government road.
Okay. All right. The line is open, 662-8674. That's 662-8674. For those of you who have concerns about the topic, you can do so now. For those of you with general concerns, we'll hear from you as well. So that's 662-8674. Go ahead.
Also, persons with driver's license from St. Kitts and Nevis. We have persons who live overseas, travel overseas, whether for school, business, whatever purpose that they travel overseas. If their trip overseas is beyond the expiry date on their driver's license, when they come back to the island and they're trying to renew their driver's license, if they haven't renewed it for like 2 periods, which is 3 years.
All right. We'll take this call. Good morning.
Hello, a blessed good morning, a good program. But I see government got a lot of vehicles. They park up all up by the army camp and all in there. So you all is saying that people who got a vehicle park up and so and a license and everything, the government got a lot there too. So we as poor people, we ain't working for a lot of money. So you all is calling for a lot of money from us. You understand? And we are poor people too. So I hope they work with you all with that there what you are talking about, because we hardly got money. Take care. Good program, everybody.
Thank you, Carlo.
Thank you.
Remember, you said it's at the army camp, and that's a private property. It's government owned. And vehicles that are not used and they're down for some reason, they must be parked up on a private area, not on the government road.
Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning. If I'm not mistaken, I hear the officer said that if you have a vehicle, but you didn't report it to the police that it's not working, and you want to go back and license it, you have to pay some sort of fee. I would like to know the fee, the amount they have to pay for the fee for not licensing the vehicle. Say he was down there, for some reason he didn't report it to the police, he down for say 5 years. And you want to relicense the vehicle. I would like to know the fee after that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl. We wouldn't be able to tell you the amount you'll have to pay when you go to Inland Revenue. They will be the one to tell you how much you have to pay. The traffic department do not collect money. Everything is keying in the system, so when they put in whatever information, they will tell you the amount.
Good morning, your life.
Yes, good morning to you and good morning, Mr. Henry.
Good morning.
Yes, that day sound good, but let me ask you all a question. When see all that is traffic, these police going up and down. You know, twice last and last week when we nearly get knocked down. You know why? A lot of vehicles out there with one light to the front. None of them talk to the back, and some of them don't even on to the back. Where the traffic people were jam used to do come out at night time. If I never walk in my papers right there, I get knocked on a Buckless gate, you know, because I don't take a Uber, but sometimes I feel like I take a bus too. So I take the bus and come up. Mr. Henry, you all need to be serious on these things, you know. More and more, you know. I said, three of them, I ain't got to tell somebody who want to go to. You only got one light. I see a thing coming on YB. It's a big truck light. I said, me, I said, they will, sorry, sister, me. I said, that would have crushed me. Because I see it coming, I would have ventured like it's a cycle. Right, and the man who get knocked off from the cycle saying he must get a tendon because it was fully on Friday down by the Anglican, I mean the old the church down the name again. Kind of church. The man begging for help, but he's supposed to be like that. It was an accident. The man got knocked off his cycle. He reached on the hospital. He seems like he is a stranger and all. Oh, they're telling me not to touch him because you don't got no money. What kind of backward country we going in? Everything we going forward. Me nearly 100 and we still going backward. When we was just a little baby, everything was going straight. Now everything going backward. You have a good day here?
Thank you, Carla. You speak about the one lighted headlamp. That's why the traffic department and also other police officers are out nightly doing vehicle checkpoint, checking for these. And in, I think it was last month, we issued about 40-something tickets for one lighted headlamp. So we are doing something, Carlo.
All right, we don't have any calls at the moment.
Not only that, right, the police department put something in place where when you inspect your vehicle, they take the pictures of your vehicle, put it in the system. Your lights have to be working. Every single thing have to be working. So not just that the VCPs, we have other help out there assisting us. Right? That is why we put that in place to ensure that everything on your vehicle is working. Right? The headlamps, the light to illuminate your license plate, all of those things have to be working for your vehicle to be licensed.
All right, let's go to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, Mr. Leibel, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dyer.
And good morning to you, your sergeant and her officers.
Good morning, sir.
I would like to know how much these buses that traveling from east to west, how much passengers they're supposed to be carrying, and what is the speed limit? Because I tell you, see some of these buses, according to Bucky this morning, passing each other as though they're in a race. What is the speed limit? And how much passengers they're supposed to be carrying? You have a good day.
Thank you, Carlo.
To answer the caller, each bus has a capacity, and it should have a sticker in the bus also. Some are 14, some are 15. Okay, the speed limit in residential areas are 20 miles per hour, and the highways are open areas are 40 miles per hour. Okay.
Let's back to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Morning.
I would like to ask a question to the traffic department. Are you guys equipped with any, well, first of all, if you come across someone in the evening or the night where they have a one light, what step do you take? I want to hold to hear the answer and have an question.
You're going to wait or you have some? That's it for you?
Yes, no, I'll have a next question, but I want to hear the answer.
I'll let him respond, sir.
Okay, the officers, once they're out at night, they're equipped with highlighted vests. So anybody who's driving who should have on their headlamps would be able to see the officer in the road. Also, we have lighted signs that said stop for if you're trying to indicate to someone to stop.
So I'm asking, if you come across a vehicle with a one light whether in front or at the rear. What step you take? How you go about dealing with it?
Sometimes the officer give you a ticket for the one lighted headlamp and also serve you with a notice to come back to inspect your vehicle to make sure that it was fixed.
Okay.
The officers are not mechanics, so we cannot change your bulb for you, and we don't walk with the bulb.
Understand. The reason why I ask the question is because sometimes a bulb could go bad while you're in the vehicle is in use, and the person is unaware.
Yes.
So I would say that for them to get a ticket, they don't know. It's a hard place to follow. So my question was, if the traffic department is equipped with devices, so let's say you pull over GQ for his vehicle with a one light at 7 p.m. and you ain't given a ticket, but you put it in your device that you have caution him to get it fixed. He has for certain time. So that GQ don't leave there and go 3 more miles and meet the next set of officer to get a ticket, that the officer will be able to pull up whatever on the system that is in sync, that he have certain time to rectify it, and then thing after that, then he will be given a ticket if he's caught again. That is why I was asking the question.
Carlo, you said, we pull over GQ and he has one light. We give him a notification paper for him to bring the vehicle at a specific time and date at the traffic department. So if you go further down the road and some officers meet him again, then all you have to do is show them that he have this paper from who he met first.
Okay. Noted.
You said you had a next question?
No, that was the next question, to do with any device, something to think in case, But you said you use paper for the time being.
Yes, sir.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your call, man. All right, we have another call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're live.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Dan, again. Good morning, sir. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Sometimes I wonder, right, why everybody always depending on traffic department to the police work. And there are other police officers out there that can do the same thing. One of my things yesterday, right, and I was very proud of it. All those police officers, they was outside the station. And at night, like when I drive, like when I'm walking and stuff, that's a boy. All those police officers, them have the easy thing to do here. More or less concerning traffic are talking about. The police, them focus out in the look for people who got one light and then kind of thing, and click back in. Some people people to say the police are viewers, right? I remember me days doing that, and I don't need to say nobody when people telling me that police there. And the police them doing the work, they go do the work. Right? And I always say, more officers them out there that are patrolling at night should also uphold the law in terms of, like, if you see somebody with one light, then stop them too. Right? If you see something going on, stop them because that's your work. At times, people always say traffic department. Yes, there is a traffic department, but there's also every single police officer them still out there to do the work. There's a police station in almost all the villages in St. Kitts. You gotta start to come out and do something. So at least the public at hand will have an ease knowing that, yes, the police are coming out here and doing some work. Another thing, Sergeant, a couple of times I've been hearing complaints about down there by the old treasury. Is there anything in place that they're going to set down them boards? Because yesterday I passed in there when the tourists were on in and the tourists are hugging the board while the eagle is passing and don't like to see it at all. But otherwise than that, no progress.
Thank you, Carl, for your input. With the board down by the old treasury, I cannot give an update on that. I will have to get on to the relevant persons and find out.
You're going to say something? Okay. All right, we lost that call. You can always call back. In the meantime, okay, they're back. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, they kill me again. Somebody tell me the other day that the police were getting the license thing. He don't know how to spell people name. So you all must know to write people name good and spell them good when you are issuing someone. Because somebody make a lot of mistake. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning. I want to tell the people in traffic a story that happened last Saturday when they had the sports down there by the Stoneford Daycare Center. I stopped all our lady to cross the crossing, as we might say. Then I heard a loud noise behind me with a busman. I tell him to pass. When I look back, he's 2 centimeters from the back of my vehicle. And I decided I'm not going to move, because if she's on the crossing and you're blowing me, forcing me to go forward, then you want to pass, I'm not going to run over the lady to accommodate you. Now, on this matter of driving too close to people, we make a lot of emphasis about the front to the back of the car. Because sometimes you're making a maneuver like turning your car and somebody see you and come right up beside you. And you have to make the point to these stupid drivers that spacing applies to every situation. There is a line in traffic. And if I come and I see you doing a maneuver in the road, I stay a discreet distance from you. Some drivers are coming too close to you and then arguing with you. There's a habit of some drivers who engage in what I call intimidatory driving or bullying. And that is something you have to address, because you see, when you're an inexperienced driver and somebody bully you into doing something and you get into an accident, they're gone where they're gone, and you got to sing a song here alone. Thank you very much.
Yes, Carly, you're so right. As I always say, we're supposed to be courteous when we are driving. We're not driving for ourselves, we're driving for we and other persons. But some people think, as you said, bullying. Yes, we have some road hogs out there on the road. They don't want to wait. They figure that the road just belongs to them and them alone. But remember, you were in that position first. So now you move up. You don't want to give persons chance to manage the road. And persons must allow persons, when they are crossing the road, to cross. Do not blow your horn to frighten someone. Let them cross, because that is what the crosswalk is there for. The crosswalk, some crosswalks do not have traffic lights. And as long as somebody steps on the crosswalk, you must wait till the person finish that walk over. Do not frighten them.
All right, let's do this call. Good morning, you're live.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Father Henry.
Yes, Bucky.
I want a mile to money, you're correct. All them tickets you get. Anyway, that's what I call an icebreaker.
Yes.
I'm not sure what you can do, but I'm bringing to your attention. You might have heard it before, but I'm getting a lot of reports of persons overtaking on the F.T. Williams Highway on the left-hand side. Some was saying that it could be that the road is not marked out properly, but I know there's some spotted lines, I guess, to be completed. But I don't think that give a driver to overtake on the left-hand side. What can be done if someone overtake you on the left-hand side? What is the traffic rule if one commits such an offense? And good job there by the Sands Complex. I see police forces there, but the drivers have maneuvered that. When they enter the crossing guard, they take the right.
Yes.
So I'm seeing it, and I'm trying to encourage persons not to do it, because it's going to cause a serious accident, so I don't know, maybe you could just remind persons about that. Also, did you get a chance to go in Sandy Point where the best be to check out the Mount Idle area and to see if it could be a one-way? And I know you asked where they're going to turn. If they go up only, one way up,
they can come down over there by National Bank. They can also exit there by the primary school. They can go all the way over by the playing field end. So there are different routes that you can take to get out. And persons who live in that area would know exactly where to go to get back on the main road. Right? So I'm just doing a follow-up on that. In a belly, I'm going to work in terms of making sure the cones are placed and make sure they are taken up. It's coming up to a lot of activities, so just continue to be in good health and be on the P's and Q's.
Thanks.
I'll continue to listen.
Okay, thanks a lot, Papi.
We have, this is going to be our final call. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, Mr. Liban,
Yes, Mr. Dyer.
tell the sergeant for me, please. I've been asking that they will move the boards down by the treasury. Because last week when I came out the post office, I find myself getting into a hole. When you look, it is the same one that where the water comes from to go into. And that it almost collide with a vehicle. And it needs to be moved. So tell the authority, please to move it to avoid that nobody get into no collision. It's overbearing now. It's almost 3 to 4 years now they don't have them both work and no work is doing. You have a present there.
Good.
All right, man. Thanks for raising your concern. We have 2 more minutes, or 9 o'clock report will be live coming up shortly. Devon is on standby. Last question to you guys. Someone is asking, what is the police doing about buses with bright fog lights at the bottom and color lights at the top?
Thanks.
That's why the police officers are out there nightly. We go out there and we check for these things. And when we see them, we ticket them and we, as I said, give them the inspection paper to come to the traffic department. Yes, because I know these fog lights are very dangerous, especially when they're in someone's eye when they're doing opposite direction. Because I know I see a bus out there and the light is so bright that you can't even see the number plate. And you must be able to recognize a number plate when it's approaching you.
Gotcha.
So that's why we're out nightly doing our VCPs.
Any modifications to any vehicles other than how it was brought in should be reported to the traffic department. Then we would inspect the vehicle to ensure that there's no violations. Okay? So any sort of modifications they do to their vehicles should be reported to us.
Okay. Gentlemen and lady, thank you all for your time this morning. Unfortunately, we're out of time though. It's time for an 9 o'clock report. Compliments to Grange.
The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic.